Last we met, your party had breached the secret doors of Zed Junction, leading you into what you learned was the hideout of the Forsaken. A group of folks within the Ruby District who seemed to be disparaged, cast away, and felt ostracized from the society of Liorna. And their leader, Gildrak, or as they know him as Crownbreaker, gave a very rousing speech to those of the Forsaken. A speech that may have even roused some of the ethos of your group. What you were able to learn from gathering information of those within this group, Halta, even Carmela. Yes, you found her, you met her, and you were able to see to it that Halta and Rakjax was able to be tended to swiftly. But the intel that you gathered was that the Crownbreaker's goal is to wait for a window, a moment when the next lunar revenant strikes, for them to set off their revolution against the city. Another piece of information you learned is what the Scourge, in fact, is. According to Carmela, this seems to be a very aggressive form of a disease known as Delari fever. And this form, whether propagated originally or exacerbated thereafter by this holy tonic that the Scolari have created, it does seem to bring quite the most violent and animalistic natures out of people if left untreated. And so, your goals, sussing out the Abbotship Brewery, as well as a new goal brought to you through Carmela, to bring back more of this tonic so she can begin the process of developing an antitoxin. Many thoughts and feelings were exchanged that night. But eventually, the night's rest came upon you, and Carmela did not leave you empty-handed. She did gift your party 5 healing potions and 2 scrolls that should hopefully give you a bit of an edge in the midst of this lunar event. All but Orin had left the hideout for the brewery.
Damn, Orin's a bitch.
And Orin, she pulls you aside. May spend a few moments just understanding how it is that you've been able to handle yourself amidst that weapon you carry. She points to the delirium-infused cleaver.
What is it you want to know? What can I do, or what can I tell you?
Well, first
And
off,
who are you that I should trust ye?
this is Carmela.
Carmela, of course. I take back the second part that I said. I am still waking up.
I hardly knew you.
Still waking up and getting my footing.
I guess I'm not into the sending stone. She needs to say who she is. Like a phone.
This is quite interesting. The fact that this weapon was able to be enchanted, infused with quite a dangerous material, and that you have yet to receive any of the mal effects of exposure to delirium. Walk me through your process. How did you come across this weapon? And subsequently, how was it that you have been able to wield it for this long?
I suppose, well, it's a bit of skill and God, I'm trying to get my voice back.
It's a bit of skill, my lass.
I keep actually slipping into the bridge.
A bit of skill and a bit of luck, you might say, but so far I haven't taken too much damage from the delirium side effects, you might say. But I suppose that's just the luck of the god I worship, which is in the history that I wrote down for my character.
The storm. Was it the Storm Lord?
She's a goddess of the sea, and I can't remember her name off the top of my head. I think I might have hit my head. But I'll find it and I'll get back to you on that.
Well,
I have to check my iPhone.
Gotta check my notes out. Whoops, I'll have a book.
well, let me ask you this: was this a weapon that you manufactured yourself?
Nay. This was a weapon I picked up in perhaps on an adventure and on another before I died and was reborn into this cursed place that we're in here now.
So you found it. Can you describe the assailant that once wielded that weapon?
I don't remember. Can I roll a history check?
You don't need to roll a history check, but it was the butcher creature, that larger, massive, like undead creature that you met when the first time you went down into the ruined railways.
Did he have like a second mouth in his belly or something?
He had a massive red eye cutting across the front of his belly, and it seemed to be capable of briefly dispelling magic.
That's right. Carmeli, it was a horrid creature from hell, you might say. Would you like me to just describe it to you in detail? Would that be helpful?
We can just assume that you describe the actual details, but what I am curious is, are there others in your party that wield weapons of similar type, or have had some sort of contact with delirium? I'm aware of Gotrog's injury.
Aye.
But were there any others that might have similar luck as yourself?
I believe there are, but I cannot recall which ones. You see, sometimes when you respawn in this world, your brain gets a little foggy, but I'm starting to recall that it might be Draco that has a delirium-inspired weapon.
How extraordinary. I feel it would be unwise to go into danger head first if there were no protections to be offered, and so I had given your group some spare potions that the Forsaken had on hand, as well as a pair of my scrolls to ward off death should a pair of you come upon it. However, what I do want to warn you all again is, though you might have been lucky, it would seem, in wielding weapons that were once wielded by others affected by delirium, the raw material is still a very dangerous alchemical process, and I'm only familiar with one other individual who has managed to find an ulterior use.
Let the record state on the audio listeners, Mike was not crying.
Yes, he was. Don't listen to Simon.
An ulterior use for for delirium.
And what might that be?
Well, so far it seems to bolster, if it doesn't wound the life force of those who interact with it, it gives a minor boon, one would say, to the powers that they currently have. And I'm sure you have experienced this while wielding that massive blade.
Carmela, do I look like a creature who's been booned to ye?
And I'm not saying that it's necessarily something to be ashamed of. However, the person in question is currently under your patron's employ. I believe.
You're saying someone under by
I can't remember the name of the goddess that I created.
Oh,
I feel like an idiot.
my apologies. Not your divine patron.
Well, I can't
Your
remember.
local patron, Lord Virgil Grindeloc's employ.
You're saying one of us got hit with a boon. You say, eh?
One of his.
This guy is boons.
I'd sure like to meet this fella. What kind of boon he's got.
I got a YouTube show. I talk to people in bombs.
He is an engineer who has been serving a few notable members of Luyana in the past. Not solely Lord Grindelwald. Felix is his name, and he's, from what I've gathered, he's managed to unravel the mysteries of manipulating delirium to the point of pulling fate, fabrics of reality in a thread, in a moment of time to hopefully get something greater than just momentary power.
Well, that seems like something that might be a bit dangerous to be messing with.
Well, sure, but hopefully if you keep on not just Lord Grindeloc's good side, but also Felix's, you might be able to leverage more in your favor in future endeavors. I cannot imagine that these revenants are going to become any easier than they were before. So utilizing what he has,
Well, do you know where we can find this Felix fella?
assuming that he's still employed by Lord Grindelwald, I'm sure you've met him once or twice before.
We have met him.
Have we met him? I thought we had. Yeah.
Well, it's starting to come back to me now.
You really hit your head hard.
I did.
Well,
I
thank
was
you.
also gone last week.
No, I remember you were right here.
Remember yesterday.
Well,
It was actually just a few minutes ago.
I'd sure like to talk to this Felix fella. I'd like to shake his hand.
What a singular
I
tear.
will salute this man. I salute these people.
This
Rest in
Felix
peace.
fella seems like someone after my own heart, as I have been booned by my own goddess with the power of lightning.
Booned by his own power.
I'm my own class with top of it. You guys go.
Well, Carmela, thank you for sharing this bit of information with me. I hope what I was able to tell you was helpful, although I doubt it.
You are a treasured individual in your party, I assume. Now, do you have a means of communicating to...
The party.
Yes, and now they left not long ago, and now they're heading towards the Abbotship Brewery. Should probably take them less than an hour, maybe, to get there. If you have means of
Well, let
communication.
me check my inventory and see if I have a sending stone or something. I have a screeching ape. See if this works. I do have a sending stone. Look at that.
Okay, and its twin is with God's Rock.
That's what it says in my notes. Sending stones coming hers. Can be used until next. Oh, you can only use it once a day. Okay. Well, shall we send it out to the party and
Should we send this stone?
Let's
get this stone ascending.
I will hand deliver it personally. What message would you like me to relay?
Well, probably open with that you're on your way and what you should expect. It's not a very long-lasting spell, and it will fizzle after a certain amount of time. So be very careful with the words you use.
Are you? Will ye be coming with, or is it just me catching up to the group?
Unfortunately, I have to stay back. I need to keep up appearances for Gildrak's sake, as well as tend to your new friends.
Well.
Folta wants to have any hope, that is.
Okay, wait. I'm sorry. I'm like, okay. Wait, so I'm communicating to them that just the new information that I learned.
So you can communicate, if you want to communicate what she told you
Just
about
like,
Felix.
Hey, I'm catching up to y'all.
Yeah, like,
it's me.
but also,
You're limited on words.
Yeah, right.
you do have a limit. You have a 25-word limit.
Felix
And-
control.
Hold on.
I'm not saying it.
We're doing this live.
I'm thinking out loud.
That's
23 to go. I can think out loud without hitting the button. I haven't pressed the button yet.
There's this guy we've never met named Felix.
Definitely don't know.
Dial tone.
But also, it would be helpful for you to know what to anticipate when you arrive. That would be something you would want from them.
I'm just imagining it takes Orin like multiple days to get
I don't know where they are.
like 3 full
Yeah. State location. Felix.
Hold on, are you starting?
No. I'm spitballing.
Okay.
State
Draft
location.
1.
State location. Felix. What is this stuff called? Delirium. Felix. Harnessed delirium.
Also, what is my goddess's name?
I couldn't find it in my notes. It must have been on the paper that I wrote down. So that would have been an interesting character thing, but I dropped the ball.
I personally only remember you referring to her as the Storm
Goddess.
Lord or
She
Storm
had a
Goddess.
name. I forget though.
But you probably did mention it at one point.
Oh well, it's okay.
I just
I'll
don't
come up
recall.
with it, or I'll come up with new. Okay. State coordinates. Dot. Felix harnessed delirium. Dot. I catch up with party.
Who's ketchup?
It's spelled one word.
I need catch up to the party.
You have 15 more words you can
15
do.
more. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it's
all I
total
needed.
25.
Well, that's all I needed right there. I guess.
You have more words to use. Oh shit, I have more words to use. Oh well.
Ask if they know the goddess of the sea.
Post-side
Okay.
event.
Here we go.
Tell us about your dream last night.
This is still a draft.
Okay.
Okay. Felix has. No. Felix.
Okay, I'm gonna say
The first 10 are good.
You get 1 draft. And then the spell is going to take effect.
Okay, 1 draft. Okay, here we go.
Ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
He's under pressure now.
Okay. Felix.
Tolga! It's Tolga! How'd you
Wow.
Motherfucking notes, dude. He's got notes.
Please tell me you pulled up his character sheet and found it in his notes anyway.
I went to my document and just typed in SEA, and for some reason, your life spent as a sailor on the seas of Rage Wake.
Yeah.
Yes.
Worships the mother of welfare, or mother of weather.
Welfare and the sea.
Mother of weather. There we go. Add that to me. Thanks, Simon.
Your last few words are going to be like, I was Tolga all along.
Okay.
Okay, ready? We begin.
Okay, side note. What is this stuff called again? Delirium. There we go. Felix can control delirium. Okay, this part doesn't count. Do periods count? Like
No, you don't have to say period.
Okay.
You can just,
Okay.
you just be.
Okay. Felix can control delirium.
We'll figure it out. We'll drop a dot.
Yeah, that's right.
Felix can control delirium.
Let's eat grandma.
Oh no! Forgot to say comma.
Oxford.
I will catch up with
Y'all.
That's it for that part. Actually, no. I'll catch up with y'all, with group, or with y'all.
Okay, so 10.
And then I have 5 more.
You have 15 more.
Oh, okay. Please. I don't need to say please. Where are you? Is everything okay? There we go.
Then you could just say like that Blink-182 song where they're like piss shit.
Right. That was a pretty good message, right, guys?
Solid message.
It was excellent.
Yep.
Amazing.
Couldn't have used any more drafts. I think any more drafts would have probably made it worse.
Could use a few more ums though.
For the rest of you, at the Abbotship Brewery, I need you all to make an athletics check, rather.
Did someone give me guidance? Yes.
Yes.
Like right?
Somebody did. Yes. I think.
I feel like I did.
You
How long
did. You
that
did.
last?
As you all leap through with your recently silenced aura brought to you by Cengus, one by one, you leap into this dark remains of this brewery. But as you leap, you see beneath you whoever may be going first, and I'm going to have us roll for initiative to see who's going first. As you all leap through, you see for the first 5 feet, there is a practical pitfall of cogs, machinery, piping, all throughout the floor before there is a brief bridge going across the length of
Inside
the
the brewery?
Yes.
What the hell?
It seems this is like the actual brewery portion, and maybe some parts have been manufactured post-closure. Nonetheless, can I get everyone to roll initiative, please?
After our...
Yeah, so keep your athletics check in your head.
Do I have guidance for both of these rolls?
2d20s makes it easy.
You would have it. I don't know how long it lasts. It might last a minute.
60 seconds? I have it for the athletics.
So essentially, yeah, you would have it for the athletics. Draco, what did you get for your athletics?
15.
Hey.
And a +5. So.
It's pretty good. You were the first to sprint up to this window, and you leap and you land yourself on the singular source of light on this platform right here. And you can see in this bridge, this
Catwalk.
strip of catwalk, essentially, yeah, that there are wet, milky footprints all throughout, and some trail off this direction. Most of them head in this direction.
These are stairs with these.
Yeah, so this is the front entrance.
Okay.
Steps going up to a massive vat that does wrap around narrowly here. This back here is a bunch of storage, crates, barrels, also more turned over tables, chairs, sitting areas for drink, patronage, etc. And this is what looks to be another separate room, like a private room over on this side. Down below is a collection of cogs, wheels, pipes, machinery. And this place is not dormant. Like, it's all turning and churning. You hear the constant pattern below you.
That's some good folding.
Behind you, Issa and Gotrog, who has a higher dexterity score?
Issa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Misa.
Did you get a 13 or higher for your athletics?
Yeah.
You leap up right behind Draco, followed shortly thereafter by Gotrog. Unfortunately, you see him slip before falling into the pit below you. He's about 5 to 7 feet below this catwalk. And Gotrog, you feel your footing slip. If you were to stay here for another round, it could mean that your feet get caught by the gears.
Wait, I'm holding on?
You fell down into the pit. Like, your athletics was not high enough.
Yeah.
You slipped over the rail, and now you're going to have to make another harder athletics check to climb yourself out.
So, and I'm touching the trap, or I'm touching the gears?
You're touching, yeah, yep.
Okay.
He's down how far?
About 6 or 7 feet.
Can I just stick my axe, like hold it from the top and stick it down? You can grab on and like, pull him up.
We can when we get to you.
Okay.
Can I jump right now? Can I use gravity leap?
You can on your next round.
Gotcha.
Yes. Mizd, what was your athletics?
7.
Yes.
You are also joined.
Are you strong?
You are also joined by Mist. Falls almost directly on top of you. You move out of the way just in time so he doesn't bludgeon you on the way down. Chengiz, what was your athletics?
21.
21. Oh, can someone roll? I'll just have Dakaran go last, but which doesn't make sense for his character. Can someone roll an athletics for him?
Does someone just want to roll? -1.
11.
The three of you now with Dakaran falling down into this pit. The gears are churning, and it could be a very dangerous situation should one of you three be stuck down here.
Oh, okay.
Gotrog, make a perception check for me.
13. Did 3 people fall in?
Mm-hmm.
I got a rope and
I
I
can just
don't know
pull
if we
it
should
off.
talk about it now.
Yeah, Doug's got his axe. You got a rope.
Doug's swinging his axe at our heads right
Okay.
Grab on!
Draco, what is it, as it is now at the top of the round with you, what is it that you would like to do?
I want to turn around and stick my axe handle down, pull him up.
Okay.
So I'm gonna aim for.
So I will say that will give you'll be giving the help action to whoever is trying to climb up if they want to climb.
How far is it?
It's about 7 feet, 6 or 7 feet.
Far enough.
Issa, you see Draco sidle behind you and reach down with his axe. Is there anything that you would like to do?
Do I do I see anything nearby I could use for leverage?
Looking around, you're looking for ropes. You don't see any. You're looking for dangling chains. None. As abandoned as this place seemed to be described, everything is currently put into use. So there's nothing really limp or available, unfortunately.
I'm gonna just
Shocking grasp.
yeah. Grab my hand.
Got a little buzzer on it.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna charge ahead actually, toward the
Where to?
the vat.
You see a spinning mechanism that oscillates back and forth with this sickening crunching sound from within. It looks like a massive stand mixer. And there are waves of rancid odor that is coming from this clearish, whitish fluid. Not too unfamiliar. But I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
What kind of white fluid are we talking here?
The wisdom saving throw kind. Ooh. That's gonna be a 16 for me, though.
16?
Yeah.
The DC was 16.
If it meets it
You have a minus for your wisdom?
Yeah, dude.
No!
Uh-huh.
Wow. There is a very powerful psychic almost force that hits you with each wave, and you stave it off, but this, if you were to linger any longer, this effect may try to penetrate your mind once again. You're gonna need a backup.
Do I, is this something that I sort of, can perceive past a certain point? Like, it's like I took a step and just, start
felt like
feeling
a-
flattened, or,
It was more upon seeing the mill and
Okay.
hearing the churning and smelling, like all of this overload of senses seemed to be the thing that triggered it for you. There wasn't a wall that you seem to pass through necessarily.
I think Issa cries out and just says, "Careful! I don't know what we're stepping towards here, but whatever it is, we need to tread lightly."
Okay. Do you want to stay put?
No, I'll move backwards. Yeah.
Okay. How far?
Go 10 feet. Yeah.
Godsrog, what did you get with your perception? Was it 13?
Yes.
Two things that you notice. The first is there is a subtle glow from beneath these cogs and machinery. There's a light source, and that light source changes in hue, changing from a red to an orange to a yellow, then back to a red, then back to a yellow. But it's dim. It's very subtle. You can almost sense a manner of depth.
Okay.
But you also hear the shuffling of several feet, subtly, but all around in the congregating area at the front of the brewery. And though you can't unfortunately see them, not with that roll at least, you can hear a few presences not far from the mill.
How big are the how big are the gaps between the gears to the light, or is it pretty like thin slits I'm seeing through the gears, the glow beneath me?
You're seeing
The
they're
gears.
pretty fat amounts of lights that
So the space between the gears, like, would you say that maybe a cluster of rats could slip through these gears, just out of curiosity?
most definitely,
Okay.
even technically speaking, if timed right, maybe even one of you.
Interesting. Okay. Whose turn is it?
Wow.
At this point, it is Mizd. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the round you need to escape.
Me?
You.
Well, there's 3 of us, right?
Yes. But if you don't want to suffer any consequences from persisting on this, on the gears
Yes.
themselves.
I might just fucking we ball and just
Gravity
assume the
yeet.
form of a bunch of rats and try to slip those gears.
Damn!
That's sick.
Okay.
Swarm of rats.
Swarm of rats.
As long as one survives, right? That kind of deal.
He gets 10% of his mind once or less.
Okay, so you are going to wild shape into a swarm of rats.
Swarm of rats. Yep.
Hell yeah. Mizd and
They can move
Dakarin.
through any opening large enough for a tiny rat. The swarm can't regain hit points or gain temporary hit points.
What's the size of a swarm?
It's a medium swarm of tiny beasts.
That
Okay.
second I gave you.
Roughly a human.
I will say, and you can keep on the swarm
I
if you
believe
want,
it.
but otherwise the DC is going to be higher, the size category that you are. So for a medium-sized creature, it is a higher DC than a small, which is higher DC
Well, they
than
are
a tiny. They are tiny, but you move as a unit. You move effectively as
But
a
it says
size medium.
I can move through any opening large enough for a tiny rat.
That is true. You can spaghetti it, but you still have. We're still talking
Why can't I
about.
spaghetti it?
You can.
Okay, so let's.
Fine. Venomous
Yeah,
snake,
yeah.
tiny beast.
Oh.
Okay.
Poisonous snake.
Poisonous.
I'm gonna spit on
Crypt
what,
Constrictor snake.
what type of yeah. That, I wonder.
I could technically add 2 more beasts with level 4, so and I didn't add.
Why not?
So I guess one of them could be
Like a wombat in there.
what poisonous snake or whatever it is.
It's a damn
Venomous.
zoo down there.
Okay. You
is that what you got in yours,
slither down,
The bat.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, radical.
and Miz, you see him transform into a venomous snake and slip beneath the gears, avoiding any crunch, any damage. What are you doing to escape?
And then I came into a swarm of rats. No, I don't.
I'm gonna throw a rope up to maybe someone who's helping. Are you still hanging out?
He's
No?
helping.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm throwing a rope up to and then give me and who else is down
Dakarin,
Doug's
he
holding,
can fly.
Doug's holding his
Holding
axe.
axe, so
A
somebody
rope
can
comes up, grabs his neck. Biz pulls it. Doug goes down.
All right. Give me an athletics check.
bad.
And you give me an athletics check. This is all going towards his case. Whichever one of you get above a 12.
18.
What'd you get?
20.
Hell yeah.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
30, 20, 18.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Very,
Wow.
very
You fly
easily.
up.
You fly up.
I just go, don't just fly up.
Yeah, you just give a little
Catch of the day.
tug.
Dukarn's the only other one.
Is this you?
I have his stats here.
Yeah.
Who's the?
He can fly.
Yeah, he can
Yeah,
fly.
yeah,
What if he
yeah.
just flew?
That's what we're talking. Yeah, we already
Yep.
said that.
Oh,
yeah.
he flies.
Yeah.
Changus.
But, is
And
the-
then he shoots his gun.
Changus, you were up. And at this point, you just caught Issa stumbling back and give a warning about this mill that she just witnessed.
The smell? Is that what you said?
Mill, I think.
Oh,
The mill.
Sorry, the smell you just witnessed.
Yeah, I'm plugging my nose.
Shit!
Respectfully, though. Respectfully.
Yeah. I don't see any dead around here.
Thumbs out.
Thumbs out, thumbs out, Smell. Thumbs out.
Thumbs out at this mill.
Carmelo, we need some speed sticks. Stat out here.
Which, by the way, did you relay any of what you heard to anybody? Would you
What
have?
did I hear again?
You heard some shuffling
smell?
from the entrance from the
Oh, I don't.
front area there.
From the entrance? Or no. Sorry. From the
front of the
because
brewery.
we're in like an outer inner chamber of this building.
This is the only part that the recording's ever caught of your voice.
I guess I'll maybe as I'm transforming, the bottom half of my body is changing into a snake, and I'm like, I'm picking up on some voices beyond the walls, and I point beyond whatever this gate here. Is that
Yeah.
what we're
Yep.
The voices are like here.
beyond this
Over here.
gate here?
This is like the front entryway, and they're all
Yeah.
here.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea what's going on. We're in a building,
Yes.
but we're in like an outer chamber.
This
Yeah,
is like the upper
brewery.
catwalk.
So the entrance
Yes.
this is the entrance within the building that we're already in.
This is the front entrance.
We jumped in
came
through
in
a
the side.
window.
Yeah, we're in the back room.
It's made it mucky.
Is the whole around here gears, or is it just that one spot?
Everything here is gears. Everything
It's
here
just a
is
floor full of gears.
And hairs. Gears and
Yeah.
hair. Gears
For
and
real?
gears in hair. Yes, actually.
Is it a floor? Does it look like a floor or is it literally just?
It looks
gears.
like there are some that are like vertical and upright and rotating.
It's not meant to be a floor.
No. It is meant to facilitate something in this brewery, the mill itself, or some other aspect of
Does
it.
the mill
We're
go
inside
deeper?
a watch right now.
You're
Does the
inside a
mill
watch.
go deeper than the gear floor?
It does.
Okay.
It does.
Okay.
It looks about like
What's that?
3/4 to half exposed.
Got it. Okay.
Yes, of course it is. So we still got past without a trace.
Of course it is.
It
You
lasts
do.
up to an hour. It's within a 30-foot radius, and you get the +10 to Dex and Stealth. Oh shit! Which we should have added that if we did a deck. That was
It's an
athletics.
athletics.
Yes.
Okay, my bad. Yeah.
Good flavor check on these.
So yeah, I want to stay with the group, and close enough so they can stay within it. But where we could go though, we could check the back rooms, or we could go a little bit that way towards the people.
It's no deal pick.
Whatever you want to do.
We're here to poke around.
Go. You do you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're here to low profile and poke around.
I like what you're
If
doing.
you don't move your
Where are you
character,
going?
I'm going to.
Okay, I got 30 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
I mean, you can dash even if you want to get further up.
I want to stay with the group.
You could just jump through the gears like I did.
If I trust enough.
Do we know where he went
Fits.
yet, or is that next turn?
I mean, we saw him, right?
You saw him slip down.
But then where does he go?
He's over here. Who knows?
Oh,
Okay.
no.
I'm underneath the table.
Yes.
Effectively, Dakarn flies up. Ulrich, what are you doing?
This is me.
Mhm.
I'm gonna dash over.
Cheng is taking too long.
I'm specifically looking over here. Can I do like a perception or something?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just look in the area that he pointed.
Yep. Go ahead.
Oh, I gotta roll for that. It doesn't just happen. 19.
Yeah, so you see a few of these vertical gears side by side. They look to be about, at least this one looks to be at its peak here, flush with the the main floor.
Yep.
This about 5 feet higher. And across, you can see shadows of individuals, gaunt but clothed, and
Oh, man.
They're not moving in human-like
they're
ways.
just shambling around. And some of them are just like have their heads tipped up and looking towards the ceiling. There are more crates tucked in this corner, and some other barrels. What was it? The total? 21?
I got 19.
Oh, okay, 19.
One more point, you'd perceive like a whole lot more hair.
Yeah, that's right.
The
These
detail.
cogs have hair.
Yeah.
All I see is hair.
It's
everywhere.
With a 19, you can tell at least
Fucking ton of hair.
a ton of hair.
So much hair.
How coarse is it? Or is it like really fine? And
I'll
soft?
tell you in a second.
It's like
With a
each
20,
fuzz.
with a 20, would have think.
I want to see it. I'm sorry, you don't see it right now.
Is it like slip back Latino style or like
If it was a 20, I'd be able to tell you. This cluster of crates look much newer
Okay.
than anything else over here. Like there's dust collecting on the sides of the tables and the floor where these individuals have not traipsed across, and even some of the barrels on the side have more dust than these 2 or 3 crates.
Is there any? Do we see anything that I don't get below this gear floor anywhere? Is it the stairway right here, or is that sort of the only thing that we can
There
see
doesn't
right
seem
now?
to be any obvious
Okay.
way down.
Last question. This vat thing, is it on like hinges? Does it look like it tips or moves?
It is on hinges.
Okay, so it does look like it tips. Does it tip?
I will note, too, that technically he did say that any creature could slip through the gears.
Okay.
It was just
yeah.
the higher, it made a higher DC for the size of creature you were.
Okay.
Obviously, you're bigger than the rest of us.
Pretty big. That's my turn.
Okay. Issa, after backing up and seeing the effects begin to fade, you're no longer feeling the wooziness, a mental fatigue and pressure from the nearness of this mill. What do you do?
So, I'm gonna take a careful look around, and I would imagine I would pick up on the hinges that he spotted.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else that looks like obviously, like running into it? Any like tubes, or is this just a big old stagnant pot of?
Well, so I mean, it's not stagnant because the mill is churning currently, and it's being operated likely by the gears here, or maybe some gears under here.
Why don't we
But the whole subfloor is moving.
So we could just like reach over into the back, right? Or is it like high?
Issa cannot.
Okay.
I would say even for someone like Orin or Gotrog, it would be tricky. I'd say them two would be the ones that could probably get their elbow over the vat.
Yeah.
Is it clear or a big
loosen.
bowl?
It's mostly not translucent. It's pretty clear. Yeah.
Roll for Zorda?
I think I have a flash to Changus staggering after taking a sip of the tonic, and I start winding up a chromatic orb to hurl at one of the hinges.
Okay.
Break it loose.
Wait, I'm sorry. Are you like readying an action, or are you doing this?
No, I'm doing this.
Okay.
I don't know you. Yeah, that's right too. Yeah,
That's a good point.
Can
To
we
be
offer
fair,
counsel?
You might have not saw the snake slip through because he was already up by the back.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, that's like 6.
Okay.
Look, aren't we here for tonic too? Couldn't we gather some first? Oh, at least.
For a moment, you hear footsteps walking up the steps.
Sweet.
There's just a tiny horse walking up the stairs.
Clip clop, clip clop, clip clop. Where's my horse mini? Go ahead and
100%.
give me your attack roll, please.
These are all zombies that have been brainwashed.
Issa lets out an Asursei, takes the Tides of Chaos, and that's 16.
What element are you using to fuel your orb?
Thunder.
Nice. Okay. As you send out this orb, describe what the magic looks like.
Oh.
It's like, whoa.
I think the orb is like, as it charges, it becomes like, it's almost like a disco ball where it's just refracting light off of it.
Okay, yeah.
As it collides with the hinge. Yeah, it just lets out a cracking thunder.
For
thunder
sure.
Clap.
All right.
Thunderclap. 13.
Okay. As your blast of chromatic energy focuses in on the thunderous element, it erupts this hinge completely off.
No way.
Sorry, pardon.
And the vat begins to tip slightly, and a little bit spills down the side.
Do we see the liquid? Is it like milky? Is it
Oh, it is.
sticky?
Yeah, it's
Boy, milky.
quite milky.
Oh, eat milky.
I need you to roll on the wild magic table, please.
I really wish I had I really like Cades.
Cades is a lot more stable for sure.
Just roll 2d10s.
Yeah, but the boulder's fun.
That's
96. You feel this energy of abjuration magic become focused around you. And for any of you around, or like focused on you within 30 feet, you feel vulnerable to sharp and piercing damage. But briefly, this magic does not seem to really manipulate and hang around for very long, so it'll only last for a minute. Gotrog, you hear in your head Oren's voice just trigger, and you hear the message that comes through via the sending stone. And as all the information passes to you, you feel a thrumming in your pocket or your satchel, where, though the magic is contained via the wild shape, you know that you have an opportunity to respond should you choose to.
Well, because he doesn't know which way we're entering, right?
That is correct.
And you had something to say about Felix?
Felix, I believe the sending stone message I said was Felix controls the delirium, or can control delirium or something.
Okay.
harnessed it or something.
Harness can control the delirium.
No, that was in the second draft.
Okay. I guess if it's my turn, I'm looking for Goop. Is Goop coming? And also, it's like, I mean, from what we kind of know, it's not like it's like it's that scene from the radioactive man and Fall Out Boy episode of Simpsons, where it's just like whatever radioactive fluid flowing through the place.
Correct.
It shouldn't, like, unless I'm drinking it, I should be okay.
So far, you first off, you heard a massive explosion above you as you landed in this space.
Okay, this is happening.
And
So this is happening. Oh, we're fighting now.
you hear an explosion, and then above you, a creaking where there's a bunch of gears and what looks to be like a whitish dome that begins to shift and turn, and slowly you see dribbles of the white fluid fall down into this cavern
Where I am.
where you are.
Okay. Just what dribbles we're talking.
Dribbles of
Yes.
white fluid.
And as you've made your way past the machinery, you find yourself engulfed in an abominable stench, unlike you've ever experienced. Not even like that of the tonic.
Who floated? Sorry.
And in this cavern-like chamber, there's rough rock walls that are smeared with blood. Almost like small pools of blood in certain sections, certain alcoves within this chamber. Crushed bones and remains of bodies throughout and pressed up against the walls. And what looked like maybe embers of light above was coming from one tunnel, perhaps? Maybe leading to another chamber, but you're seeing the source of light ahead. And
Down that tunnel.
Down that tunnel. And you're even sensing like heat almost.
I don't want to be too loud because I know that well, we have an intruder, which I'm not sure how aware I am of that intruder. But also, I heard voices before. My mini is not on the board, right? How far am I away? Would you say from Issa, right there?
In terms,
right here.
correct. So if we're not talking depth, that's another 40 feet away from Issa.
Okay.
So I guess really that domed glass was further away, and that fluid dripping down wasn't like above you.
Yes. Could you point to where the tunnel would be?
Heading in this direction.
Interesting. Okay. So if Issa's 40, Issa's 40-50. These guys are closer, right here.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is I'm assuming
Draco
Mist,
is
Draco.
the nearest.
Okay.
That's Dakaran, Mist, Draco.
Okay. So I would say probably like Draco. I'm seeing a glow via a tunnel beneath us here.
I don't know if you can speak common as a snake.
Okay, I'll get out of my snake.
Okay. You pop back up in your full form. Where, bro? Did you get the ligma?
He just snorted thunder.
He snorted the ligma.
He snorted the ligma.
He actually snorted.
It's cool, no, it's good, it's cool.
It's cool, guys. It's cool.
I had a friend that did that with Smarties, and he actually
Yes.
got a nosebleed like instantaneously. It was very funny.
Take some water, man.
That was such like the middle school
Maybe snort
thing.
some water to.
I know, yeah. Typical middle school behavior.
Get a nitty pot going, bro.
I thought you were gonna
Anyone
put
else?
water in your nose.
Yes.
I thought for sure
Alright,
that's
alright,
what was
that's
gonna
Let me say
happen.
mad respect.
Wanna
I
dust
almost
it?
did. I don't want the drip.
We've just been dusting in mouths.
I'm okay.
What's happening?
You bamf.
So I snap out of the venomous snake and I say Draco, there's a tunnel flowing and I guess you probably can't see me, but it's flowing. I don't know what like north, south, east, west.
I would say northeast.
North. There's a tunnel flowing northeast with a glow at the end of it. This might be something that as a group we can search. I mean, if we don't want to encounter the folks beyond the vat that was just destroyed. If you want to relay this to the party, feel free. Also, I'm gonna tell Orin via the Setting Stone which direction of the Abbotship Brewing that we came in. So this is northeast. What does that mean? We came in the north.
So this is the south wall.
Gotcha. Yeah. I was gonna say facing north was sort of like how my brain was.
Yeah.
But we came in. I'm just gonna tell them we came in via the south wall, via a window. So anyway, so if you want to relay just the tunnel thing, you can. Because I don't know if we want to avoid combat. Because I mean, part of this is like I would say part of this is like a sabotage mission. I'm just sort of like this is metagaming a little bit, but part of it is we're sussing.
Yeah.
So I'm out of it. I'm grabbing the Sending Stone. and I'm saying, Orin, we entered Abbotship Brewing via a window on the south side.
Monster in the front.
Monster in the front.
Monster in the front.
Watch your step. That's it.
Arm cannon.
You had 6 more if you want to use 6 more.
I don't have anything else.
Fist emoji.
Or
Yeah. A bunch of like gun emojis and
Thumbs
And
up.
100 at the end.
and one of these.
Yeah.
Or when you get that ping in your mind, you head in the direction that that Carmela would have pointed you where the brewery is. You've made it most of the way at this point, and you see ahead of you this somewhat dilapidated but mostly still intact shack.
You said they entered through the window on the south side.
They did. At this point,
Are we preparing for a fight, maybe?
My man's enlightened on thunder.
I'm just gonna follow suit over here. I'll dash. I'm gonna hang out over here by Issa.
okay.
Doing the digital dash.
Yeah.
On a didgeridoo.
I'm curious what's going on with this wheel again.
Yeah.
What do we what's going on with it? Is it
with the vat
powering
or
something?
I
This
mean,
wheel.
it's hard to say if it's only powering the mill itself or if it's connected to some other mechanism elsewhere in the brewery. But if you'd like to make an investigation check.
I like to make an investigation check.
I'd like to.
I'd like to make an investigation check.
12.
It's a complicated network of infrastructure that is there is absolutely mechanisms that are linking this mill to these specific cogs.
Okay.
But you're also seeing some other pieces of machinery longer going this way, even longer going that direction that they're also connected to.
Are we
But
trying to shut this place down?
Once we
That's
find
my
out,
question.
we gotta double check what it is first.
Because I can function up right now if we want to.
Well, we already got the big bowl is tipping.
Yeah,
It's
a
Big bowl
tipping.
keep on tipping.
Oh, I can flip it.
Proud Mary keep on.
I can flip it. I can flip it. Do we want it to flip? I can flip it.
I'm gonna flip this bowl.
yeah, bro.
Dude, just flip the bowl.
We gotta suss it out.
I can't hold on this bowl.
I can flip it a bowl.
We gotta suss it out first. It's a suss and bust.
Sauce and bust. Love it. Yeah, you have a way with words, Mr. Seth.
It's a funded. We got the sus and bust.
Where'd this thing go?
The brain damage? I have a lot of brain damage, to be honest.
He's looking for
You were on that.
It's the homebrew wasn't on here. It wasn't showing up. But I was gonna. I want to cast pressure cage
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
on this thing.
What does it do?
Gravity increases within a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range, causing immense pressure to be applied to all within, and the area is
shit,
difficult
dude.
terrain. When a creature enters the sphere for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must succeed on a strength saving throw, or its speed is reduced to 0 until the start of the turn. Subsequent turns, as a bonus action, you can move the sphere up to 20 feet in any direction. I was thinking about it, putting it kind of nearing one edge slash maybe an area where there's a control booth.
To flip the bowl.
Interesting. So is your intent to flip the bowl, or is your intent to like what are you trying to pull? What are you trying to pull at?
It would pull gravity. Gravity increases within a 10-foot radius.
For sure, but like, are you doing it on like a section of the vat? Are you doing it on
Yes.
some other cog? Are you doing it something else? What do you want to do?
Within a 10-foot radius. So I'm saying like this.
On the hinge.
Yep.
Okay.
He's flipping the bowl.
Okay.
I wanna,
This is going to be interesting.
this is what
This is why we play.
This is why we
This
play.
is why we play.
That's why I wanted to play.
And this is what it's all about.
This is why we play.
Bro,
Hey, Mike.
This is what
This
it's
is why
Leicester Restoration.
That's-
This is what it's all about.
Me and my boys, my gang, we're playing the game.
We gotta rock
Pressure
this thing.
cage.
We gotta rock this thing.
I'm about to break.
Give me an Arcana check.
Shut up.
please.
Okay, yeah, you got it. Sorry.
This bad about to bust.
About to suss and buzz.
This is bad sussing right now.
18?
Yo, okay.
That's a good roll.
It's my new thing. I don't know, it's got like a blue dot on it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what I knew.
Blue dot. That's not a white dot.
Yeah, what does the blue dot mean?
That's expertise, right?
I think so. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
not proficiency. It's extra.
Double
Yeah.
proficiency.
Yeah, 18.
18. Yeah, you summon this graviturgical aura to surround the opposing hinge, where you see the metal warp and bend and begin to crack. It is not off its hinge yet, but it will be soon. Ulrich.
I want to know what this guy's doing. What does he look like?
My bull!
That's what
That's what he's thinking. He's gonna walk right in.
They tipped my bull!
Gulp, gulp.
If he walks in, I have a couple of slurps.
Does he
This
look,
might-
does he look like
Draco's
he's
got a couple in the chamber.
mind
I'm afraid this is a healing potion or something.
or acting of his own will?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
They knocked over my healing potion.
13. What does he look like? Is it a human?
It's a human.
Okay, is he all contorted and twisted, or is he just a normal dude?
Yeah, he looks drunk, perhaps. Yeah, I would say it's on a 13. No dark vision. Very difficult to tell if there's any injuries.
Okay.
Just shoot him.
Does he have a ponytail?
Just
Can't tell.
I feel like he does.
I'm just gonna. If he tries to jump in, I'm gonna use the my psionic ability to pull him out towards me.
Oh, if he tries to if he falls in the
I
vat
got
or
a
something.
suspicion he's just something's controlling him, and they're just walking in like zombies. and-
NPCs.
Oh, okay.
All right.
This is like NPC
Absolutely
route.
shredded. Yeah.
Okay,
Sacrificed.
for sure.
He could be like a mixer.
So I'm readying my action basically. If that's okay.
That's totally.
He has 2 2/3 chance to win at sacrifice.
Can someone roll investigation for the Karn?
Someone roll. I've got the number
Ooh, 18.
+6.
Oh, wow.
24. On this back wall, there are more, and especially in. Yeah, he can bonus action dash. Over in this corner, there are a series of. Not stacked, but series of rows of clean crates. Wide crates. And peering through, Dakaran identifies that each of these holds a number of vials of tonic.
Whoa.
And on a 24, they have a marking that resembles that of a skull with a dagger and a book. This is the Obitus Scholare symbol.
Yeah.
And we didn't know they ran the brewery, right? That was a suspicion, right?
The Radiant Church back in the day, this was their brewery. This was their place they would come to hang out, make a few brewskis. There was an accident and it was shut down. But what happened between then and now has all been a mystery.
Oh. Tip that bowl.
So we should do you want to torch that? The
torch it?
the boxes.
Oh.
I can see if the card's got.
As a reminder,
We gotta bring a bunch back for Carmilla, right?
Yeah.
bam.
Do we have
That's why we're
vials?
here. Let's just grab some crates and get out of here.
Double check the crates first.
Wreak some havoc and then bounce. We already did wreak some havoc a little bit.
I mean, we're about to, dispatch a bunch of it.
Does Dakaran have a setting zone?
It is not.
Should we
Oren.
investigate the source though at all? What's
Between
in that room?
At this point in time, between yourself and the brewery, you've managed to hug the nearest wall of this shack as you are hearing and seeing a monstrous figure with multiple extremely distended limbs, one of which being fused with a cannon that resembles one that the Radiant Watch would have patrolled with on the walls. And this creature, this monster, is wearing almost like hunter's clothes, like a Jaeger, but is skulking around, coming from the front entrance and now towards the southern wall. And it's looking for something. But at this point,
Oh boy.
it's right about here. What do you do?
Is he? Okay. Sorry. Describe again. Which direction is he? He's going this way. Okay.
He's moving towards
The entrance?
this open window. You told him the south wall, right?
Yes.
Okay.
There technically also is a front entrance of the brewery as well, so there's 2 points of access.
Okay. I'm going to pull out my gray bag of tricks.
Let's go.
I'm gonna try to sneak around the edge here, still out of sight, but then toss like a creature near him to distract him, with the intention of distracting him.
Okay. Roll a d8, sir.
And then I can use a bonus action to command the creature. All right, here we go.
The dice come out.
Here we go.
Does it have a list of what the number to creature?
Yeah, it looks like a 1. Oh god damn! Oh, why 1 again, dude? I did this
Weasel?
last time. It's a weasel.
Yeah.
Ugh. Weasels are the worst. They have 1 HP.
Yeah.
They do 1 damage.
Did you ever listen to that episode where I played you and we spawned a stag and we gave it a command to mate?
Oh no! I didn't finish that one.
And it bought the bait.
It did.
Okay, that's awesome. I'm gonna command it to annoy. Can I do that?
Or Tom and Jerry style?
I mean, you don't have to. It's not a one-word command.
Setting up a grand piano.
So I'm gonna say
Weasel, attack my enemies.
Weasel, annoy that guy, but
Dance.
run out, but make him chase you.
Okay.
There you go.
Nibbleman.
Could have been any better.
At this point, you cast out your weasel from your bag, and it begins to nip at the rear legs of this monster, and it immediately catches the attention of your weasel, turns around, and begins to try and attack it. It misses a few times. You have a window to do something else if you'd like. It is currently distracted by the weasel, but it won't be for very long.
All right. Well, is there some sort of backstabbing bonus I could potentially take advantage of here?
If you're a rogue, maybe.
I'm not a rogue.
This thing's 10 feet tall.
It is.
I'm a giant.
Dude, that's true. Yeah,
I'm a giant.
You know, slaps.
You gonna fight it? You're
You're gonna fight this thing by yourself?
I don't know.
It's got an eldritch cannon on it.
Can I?
It's got 7 feet.
Can I? Okay. So this is the nearest entrance, and there's another entrance around the front.
Yes.
Attempt to get to this entrance
I'm sorry.
without him seeing me.
He's facing the weasel. It is more than likely he'll see you if you go this way.
What if I go around?
You can. It'll take more movement.
Can we go through the shed?
But you would have to, because I know that was a bonus action, so you can dash and get double your movement if you want to go all the way around the shack.
Yeah, I want to do that.
The weasel's not
Speed
leading the
35.
guy away.
You'd be able to get right up next to him.
He said, annoy him.
I can't
And
get
then,
to
and
it.
then
Get right
have
here.
him chase.
Oh, chase him away. Okay, so yeah, it'll be determined on if it kills it the first time, or if it misses it enough where it is able to run away.
Okay, I'm gonna.
If it just
All right.
Does like
Because I can only use a sending stone once a day too, right? So I can't send to them.
you can shout.
You're talking about the sending stone, like to Godsrog?
Yeah.
Yeah. So where are you moving to?
I'm gonna dash around this side,
Nice.
and then if that window's open, I'm gonna try to catch the line of sight of anyone inside and signal and be like,
You can go You can go to here if you want, because I believe that's 60 now. And Draco, you are up, and
I'm making furious.
Do you have a ranged weapon? You could like.
You are up, and you do see him.
Wow.
Good eye.
Vantage
Good
point
eye,
from the window.
What are we looking at for this guy, though?
I got him.
I was just gonna make him go away.
Don't do that.
Why not? Be so much just kill him? Is that what
No,
you said?
don't kill.
I'm not gonna kill him. I'm just gonna make him go away.
There's also Orin outside of the
He's
brewery.
not doing anything.
He's just a guy.
He's about to be sacrificed. He needs help. People just love killing.
Doug's been helping people all day. Lifting me
Yeah,
up out of the
I was gonna
lake.
enlighten him.
Up to you, man.
What are you feeling, Draco?
I'll just run over here and announce to the party that he's outside and we can try to help him somehow because I don't have anything.
Attaboy.
I like that.
Issa, you're beginning to see more of these walking up, and
They're headed for the
What
mill.
does he do?
as he steps onto the fluid, he begins to like pull it into his hands and tries to drink it as much as possible.
I want to pull him before he does that.
Okay, you did ready in action. So as he goes to grab some of this fluid, what do you do?
I'm just pulling him towards me. I
Okay,
can pull him.
you just pull him 10 feet.
Yeah. Wow. It's my sonic. No, 30 feet.
Get to go against it.
Pull him 30 feet.
Can you follow with a bonus action?
No, that's just that's my reaction. So or ready to action. I should say.
As he goes, he kind of like tumbles in the air as you thoof, pull him towards you, and he's confused, and you see like this washed out eyes, like just not just glazed as though he's looking past you, but literally looks like they're just filled with fluid, like almost bulbous,
The white fluid?
or just fluid, like overly saturated.
Does he look sick?
He looks quite ill. And you see his arms begin to twitch. What have you? I need this. You don't know what you're doing.
You might be able to
Is
miss
it
a one.
my turn or do I
It's-
wait? Oh, that was my end. That was
That was your ready to action.
So,
And he's going to try to scratch you. There's a natural 18 for a 20 to hit.
it's a 21. He's not gonna kill me. He's not gonna hit me.
Oh, it's a 21?
Yeah.
Hold on. Do I even have this? That is actually, my bad, it's a +4, not a +2, so it's a 22. That is 4 points of slashing damage as he goes in for a claw, and he gets you right just above the armor over your clavicle, and you are surprised by how fast this guy is. And at this point, you hear from across the way, "What did he do? What have you done?" And begins to also run in this direction, and you hear other moans of grief and agony from other individuals.
Sorry, guys.
What have we done?